Welcome to episode 12 of the Google Empower Hour, and today we're going to be talking about Wix websites. Now, I only exclusively edit and create websites on Wix because it's so easy. So I want to share with you some of my favorite tips so that you can optimize your website as your business grows and continue to evolve your brand that matches what you are offering your customers. So why do you need a website? First, you're going to be invisible without one because everyone uses the internet to find businesses, solutions, and products, and pretty much everything. So if you're not online, you might be missing out on so much business that they simply just don't know you exist. Your website is your 24-hour storefront, and this is how your potential customers actually find you and see what you offer. So make sure that it is showcased really well on your website. The next thing is credibility is currency. Making sure that your website is professional and legit and provides all the answers to the questions your customers have. This is going to be the next step and next level for your business to beat out your competitors. So be sure to trust a professional when creating this and try to focus on your brand and your mission throughout the development. So I do always suggest working with someone to help you develop the website. These tips are going to be how you can edit the website. So it's going to be difficult to compile all the different things that you would want on your website alone. So using a developer that has created many different websites will help you sift through the ideas that will work and what might be the best solution for your business based on your goals. The next thing is your competition is just a click away. Making sure that your website is right next to theirs is the best possible opportunity for your business to be found on Google by those potential customers that are looking for you. So if you're not there, they won't find you. So you need to be there with a high quality, professional website that really does represent everything your brand and your business offers to those customers. So why do I prefer Wix? So this is among many other different website platforms that you can use. One being WordPress, and they focus on using a detailed code and plugin system to create and develop your website. Now, I would never suggest someone that is not tech savvy to try and create a WordPress or even edit a WordPress website. Professional developers and designers are necessary for a WordPress website to work effectively. And the option for WordPress is really to just create an ultimate customized website. So if you're in real estate and looking to have a property search available, if you have customized different funnel systems or e-commerce systems that you're looking to approach, you really need to go with a professional to help you. The other options, especially for e-commerce, is Shopify. Still, there might be some editing that you would want to have a professional help you develop when you could just come up with the idea and they make it a reality. Another more simplified option is Squarespace. This is one of the more simplified website developers and design platforms out there. So if that's something that you would prefer, it's more of a blocked template system. So you are a bit in the guardrails of being customized. You end up having about a 4-option series that you can choose from on your template. So choose your template wisely. Now with Wix, you have so much flexibility and simplicity, making sure that it's easy to drag and drop different things as I'm going to show you today. These things make you feel like you're tech savvy even if you don't feel that you have been in the past. So this is really going to allow you some freedom to try and develop some ideas of content in different ways your customers would want to know about your business. And as a marketer, I always want to focus on making sure I create a website that can develop and create revenue. So that is the ultimate goal, is to generate leads or sales or bookings, whatever is important to your business through your website. So I'm going to show you all the different ideas. And of course, you can reach out to me if you have any questions. So let's go look at Wix. So if you don't have a Wix website, then you're going to start by going to wix.com and you're going to create a new account. I'm going to log into my existing one and we're going to start by creating a new template for your business. As a new account, you will be brought to the first page to create a brand new website. You can see I've created a lot of different websites. So I'm going to show you exactly what you would be seeing and the options that you have for creating a new template on Wix. So we can go to the Studio template, and this will give you all the different ideas of where you can get started. You can obviously start blank and do whatever you'd like. There's obviously a lot of settings within Wix that help you prompt different types of options and features. But if you want to start with something that's already pre-built and allows you to just edit and add, that is going to be a very great place for you to start so that you don't have to do as much legwork. So you can see there are a lot of different templates. You can start by searching if there's a specific type of website that you're looking for. You can also look to see if there's designs that have specific integrations within Wix. I like to just start with their most popular or inspired designs. And this will allow me to choose from something that may be in more of a category aligning with what I'm looking for. I'm going to start with this coming soon landing page. We can add more to it. This is just going to start with us one page. And when I'm ready, I can click edit. If I just want to see how the page works and scrolls, I can click view and a new tab will open for me to look at it. So now as we go into Wix Studio, which is a newer design, so you may have a different view of what your website editing tools look like. So I'm going to show you that other older version in the recording video. We're strictly going to be talking about the Wix Studio since anyone creating a new website from here on out will be using this system. As we get here, we'll see that we already have a bunch of information that we can click on and start changing to match what our business offers. So of course, at the very top, this is your header. This is going to be something that is always at the top of every page on your website. And this, you want to have your business name, logo, details of how they can contact you, and of course your menu. Menu allows other people to hop to other pages on your website easily, and especially having that contact page available for whenever they're ready, they can click to go to that page. So first you can click on any of the text or go to the plus sign on the left to add any elements. So that may be an image, another title, or even a smaller font. You can decide on the right what the format of each of these text is. And even if you want a bigger chunk of text, a button, container, all of these options are so flexible that you just take this and drag it onto your page. So you can see that now I have my video. I actually prefer to make a little space. And if I am ready, I can just do, I can just drag it into, there we go, into the space and start editing. So I may want to make it a bit larger. And as I'm moving this around, you'll start to notice some pink lines that populate. These pink lines are the best feature. It allows you to auto center to the area that you're in. So definitely pay attention to these. They're going to help you make everything look aligned. So once you have this centered, you're going to be able to change the video, change any of the settings of how it looks. And you always want to look for this little pop-up once you have a blue or any color around your icon or your item. This will allow you to change the settings for anything that you're covered or hold it on. So we can change the video, and one thing I want to mention is that you will have a limited amount of Wix media storage. So making sure that you're using this wisely. You can also upgrade, so think about that when we talk about the Wix premium plans, how much storage you'll need, especially if you use videos on your website like I do. You want to make sure that you have enough storage to keep those videos because they need to be there to be hosted for your site. So as we get here, we're going to upload the media and we're going to just drag anything into this field to use as our photo or video. And you'll start to notice that under home, you'll have anything that you've uploaded. So you can do any of your editing, renaming, or anything to keep it organized for yourself by creating a folder. You can also see under the settings if you want to have reset or change what the alt tag would be. So what is the video about? This is helpful for your SEO strategy. So making sure you rename this to be exactly what the video is, not just what it's named. You'll also see that I click the add section, so there are different templated options that I can choose. Again, going to the plus sign will give me more options. Under sections, there are already pre-created slides that I can just drag into the area of my website and continue to add and update as we go. So this is going to make adding and editing much easier. Once you have an idea, you can just look for something that flows with the design and drag it into your field. Once you do, again, clicking on the text to edit it, as well as any of the buttons. In the edit text area, you're going to have all of these options over on the left of making it bold, the alignment, formatting, capitalization, orientation, adding a shadow, even the margins of where your text actually starts in this text box. You have so much features. You can also add automations, which will allow the text to move when the page is loaded. So we can simply just add different options, and when you hover over the rotate, it will give you an example of what happens. So if those things are of what you want the design to have, you can do that or go back to none. There is so many awesome ways to edit this, and that's why I like Wix, is because the complete customization is totally possible. You can change every font to be different. You can change every font to be a different color. The buttons can be moved to exactly where you want. There's so much freedom to create the website that really does represent your business without restrictions. Now, there are some limitations, but I don't think that you will hit them with the creativity that Wix really does allow. So when we get to the button editing, you're going to go to edit any of the colors, the text color, the border, if you want the corners rounded or the button changed to a different color. There's so much that you can really do. And honestly, I just suggest going through and looking on the right-hand side for any of the editing changes that you can do. And when you're looking to add something new, that's going to be on the left-hand side. So as we scroll down on the left, you'll see these different icons. The layers will be on each page, and the pages will be each page you have. At the bottom, you can add a new page. And as you do, you will see all of them listed here, and the three dots will show you if they are visible and what their current settings are, as well as your SEO settings. So under settings, you can see what that is and what the permissions allow. Under SEO basics, you will see the parent name, as well as the URL slug. So this makes each page different and how to be found. And then your title tag, this is going to be under your SEO strategy, renaming the title to include a specific keyword for each of your pages to not repeat those keywords on each page. Each page has its own unique keyword. If you have questions about how to discover your keywords, feel free to check out that exercise. It's available on my website, KaeRaeEducation.com/Google Secrets. I also want to mention the meta description. This is the paragraph that you actually see on Google to entice you to click and view this page. This is an overview of what the page is about, but you also include your focus keyword that you did in the title tag. These are two very important things to update on every single page of your website, so don't forget to do the SEO checklist, which I'll mention later. You can also see the different layouts in a visual sitemap. This is helpful for your SEO as well, but it can be helpful to see all the different aspects of each page you have. You can change the site styles. This is very helpful to make it easy to change and update multiple pages at a time based on the layout and the text styles. So if you do want to update this before you begin, you may have a certain setup for a template. You want to change that to match your business brand. You can jump right to your media with this and see either to upload. You also have access to the media from Wix, which is all free to use stock photos. You can just start searching different keywords to help you find items that would match your business. So all of these are free to use on your website. As soon as you go to Shutterstock, there may be additional fees that you would be charged to your Wix account. Now, under the 4 squares, you will find the app market. This is allowing you to add on to the already immense number of features that Wix has, but also these additional plugins. Some may have free plans, some may have an additional cost, which again, you would pay through your Wix account. So there's different ideas that you can just come in here and start searching that allow you to add different features to your website. If you have an online store and you're selling your products, you can simply add the e-commerce, which will allow you to show off your products, have a checkout system, and accept payments. You can also set up automations to help out with any of these steps to confirm any purchases or bookings or even tickets that they get for an event. You have a lot of different options, so I do suggest considering what do other websites have that you would like to have on your website and start using that as a blanket idea to create new features to promote. Now that we're on a page that has a lot of different text icons, you can collect and hit. Now, as we get to the footer of your website, this is going to be where you want to have all the information in case someone gets lost on your site. They know in the footer there's a lot that they can learn. You want to have your contact information, all the same information that you would have on your Google business. Google wants to see consistency. If your information is different on Google than it is on your website, there will be red flags and Google will affect your website and its SEO ranking. You can have a subscriber form that will allow you to collect people's email address and name to then add them to your e-newsletter that you can send out on a regular basis. I'll show you how to do that in a minute. Or you can create this to a contact form. You can have whatever you'd like to engage a lead. You can also include your social media links and any other important links that people may need as customers or potential customers. Now, once we've done all the editing we want to see how this looks, you have 2 options. First, you can go to the preview option. This is going to be how your website would look, but you can see that they're still within the Wix platform. So you can scroll up and down and see what would be what it would be like to fill in the email subscriber form, as well as click on any of these things to go to those links. You can really just click around to be a user. But you can also, when ready, publish the website. And we'll do that now. And you'll see that the link is customized with a Wix Studio domain. I can change this and press continue. Once the website has been published, I can view it just like anyone else. This is the best part of Wix, is because you can actually look at it live and see what it would be like as a regular user. So every time you publish, this link will automatically be changed to any of the edits that you've made. So if you're not ready for this link to see those edits, be sure just to save it. Don't press publish until you're ready. Now, this is very important to make sure that you double check how your website is engaging, how it looks as a user before you activate it. We're going to talk about connecting your domain and your Wix premium plan to make this live on the internet. Now we are ready to connect your domain and make your site live. So we're going to click on the 3 dots and we are going to click on Select Site. This will take you to the back-end dashboard of your website. When we're ready, we are going to click Connect Domain. The easiest thing you can do is search here to find domains that are very easy to remember for your business. You want to, if possible, include a keyword if it's already associated with your business. We don't want to have a long domain and we want it to end in .com. There are a lot of other options, which you'll see from the example, that you can choose from. The next best thing might be .co, but you will have other options that may be enticing like .net. I suggest to stick with .com or .co because they have the most credibility. .net has been an older style that really has been from the 90s or 2000s that I wouldn't recommend for any new business. So I'm going to search for a domain and see if it's available for us to go through the process. So you can see that the example Kelsey'sDogPark.com is available, so I can go through to make it yours. So first, when you get a new premium plan from Wix, you're going to get a free domain for 1 year. This is a great thing, but I want to show you the option of buying your domain because this will eventually be a process you need to do in the next year once your website hits the free limit and you need to pay for year 2. When you get here, you can actually register your domain for years. So if you do not pay for your domain, you will not have connection to it and your website will not be found. This is a very important part of your website hosting, and the difference between your domain and your website hosting is that your domain is the .com and the website hosting is connecting your website to the domain. So both are necessary for your website to be found online. So be sure to do both and follow this process as closely as possible. So if you do year 1, a website is about $20 for the .com. So your domain, I do suggest as we continue, you want to set up your privacy settings. So privacy allows your domain registration to be hidden and it can't be found, and it allows you to keep your personal information private. It is another $12. You can also have a private registration, which is about $10 to make sure your information as the domain registrar private. You can also see that the public registration is an option and it is free, so you can continue with just the $19 to $20 cost of your domain. Once you hit continue, you will be asked to put in your payment information and then you can continue to do the Wix premium plans, which I'm going to show you right now. So here are your different options for your Wix premium plans. You can see that it goes from small to extra large. As the light, you'll get a couple of storage, couple of gigs of storage, and you can also have 2 collaborators. If you want more, you won't be able to add them without upgrading. That's about $17 per month. Then your core, which allows you a bit more of storage, so you can have a lot of different videos. You have the basic marketing suite, a little bit more than what you have with the light package, and you can also have a basic e-commerce up to 5 collaborators. As we continue to grow, you'll see that almost everything has increased a lot so that you have more capabilities within these plans. Once you try to do something within the Wix editor and you're trying to get more from the system, it will prompt you to upgrade, so you'll be able to see what you can and can't do. There are other upgrades, such as having more than, I think, 3 contact forms. You will need to upgrade to have more of those. So there are some additional upgrades for specifics, and you can compare the different features here to see where you would want to expand. So it is 4 for the core, the light package. You get 4 forms to use on your website. If you want to add one, you would need to delete one. You can only have 4 at one time. So for this, you would have your domain included for the first year, and then you would pay for this on a yearly or a 2, 3, 4 year increment after that, however you would like. And if you have any questions about upgrading this, feel free to ask any of your questions in the feed or reach out to me directly. Now, some of the additional things that most websites don't even think about is once they're active, they need to make sure that they have Google Analytics set up on their website. Now, I've talked about Google Analytics in other Google Empower Hours, and I highly suggest that you go back and watch those episodes because they have so much information that you can learn from the data that will give you all of the answers to the questions you know you have about, is my marketing working? What should I be spending my money on? And how do I grow my business with more customers? And there's a lot of information that can be translated into those answers with Google Analytics. So when you create a new website, you need to ensure that this is one of the first steps that you take is to start tracking all of the activity your website gets from here on out. Now, I want you to know that you can only start collecting data on Google Analytics if you have your domain connected and your Wix premium plan set up. What you're going to do is go to Settings, go down to Marketing Integrations, and these are all of the options that you can integrate. With Google Analytics 4, I have a video to show you how to implement Google tags onto your Wix website. You can find that on my YouTube channel. It's very easy. All you need to do is start by going to analytics.google.com, create your new account, get your measurement ID, and add it here. Again, you do need to upgrade before you can add it, but once you are ready, you just need to add it and press save. If you have questions, reach out to me. I'm happy to walk you through it or send you the video quick link. Once you've gotten your website active, we want to make sure that Google is aware of it. So you will be indexing with Google Search Console to make sure that Google knows about all of the new pages you've created and the SEO tags that you've updated. So once we've gotten to that step, we're going to go under the Site and Mobile App, Website and SEO, and click on SEO. Here, you'll be able to check your SEO setup checklist. So if you missed any of the page tags or any of the meta descriptions, this is where you can update it, and they'll walk you through how to do so. These are very important steps for Google to understand what your website is all about and scan all the content that is on your site. So to ensure that your website has a robust amount of information for Google to learn about, make sure each page has about 500 to 1,000 words. That is a sweet spot for enough information for your customer to be convinced, as well as Google understanding everything that you offer. You will see any of the issues that you need to take care of and any of the completed tasks that you've made sure that you've done. The more pages you have, the more tasks you may be assigned. So making sure that you continue to check this out, I would say checking out your SEO strategy on a monthly basis would be a great way to stay consistent. Now, with an SEO strategy, you want to write blog posts. This can be very important for any website to continue to grow on their organic traffic. Organic, SEO, search engine optimization, all of it means how Google understands your website so that they can rank each page for when someone is searching. So we want to make sure that when we have a blog post, we need to add it to our website first. So we're going to make sure in the editing that we add a blog post plugin so I can show you how to create a blog post. Under the plus sign, we're going to go down to blog and we're going to click add to site. Many people ask, why do I need a blog? This is the place that you can answer all of your customers' questions with each different page as a blog post. This is really important for Google to understand all of what you do, as well as answer your customers' questions so that they trust you and become customers and then become loyal customers. What you need to do is make sure you have a consistent strategy to answer all the questions or popular keyword searches within your blog. You can use this as the keyword exercise I mentioned, but what I do suggest as a quick starter to find your keywords is start searching in Google Search. And stop, don't press enter, but then see what the drop-down offers you. Those are different keywords that Google is prompting you and prompting other users to select to finish what they're searching. These are the places you need to write blog posts to answer. Those results are what people need to understand your industry, trust you as the expert, and choose you to work with you. Now that we've added the blog post, we can go back to the back end and refresh our screen. Now that we're here, you will see that there's a tab titled Blog. This section will be where you can create a new blog. This is the section where you can create a new post, create a category, and import other places that you may have posted for a blog. You can also add your subscriber form so that you can start getting people to know when you are getting a new post posted. And I do suggest a schedule of 1 per month or 1 per week. The 1 per week is obviously a lot more to commit to, but you can bulk write and have these scheduled out. So let me show you how to create a new post. So first you're going to start with a title. In every blog post you should have a focus keyword. What are you going to be trying to rank for with this page? So I'm looking to rank for this specific keyword, and as I add content, I want to incorporate that keyword into the content as well. A blog post should be around 1,000 to 1,500 words to have optimal ranking potential. You can click on the blue plus sign to add any new features such as an image, a gallery, videos, GIFs, files that people may download, dividers to break up different sections, as well as buttons, tables, and so much more. You can also use the AI tools to help you optimize and create different unique ways to improve the post. I would always suggest that you need to be still very involved in any of the AI work. You can really tell nowadays when things are created by AI, the language is stale, boring, and repetitive. So it can be noticed, and it still is up in the air if Google is going to be okay with AI created content. So I highly suggest you write the blog post and use AI to improve it. It should be something to use as a tool and a guide and to be more creative, not to completely replace your involvement. Under the settings will allow you to upload your featured image. This can be seen on your website. So you can format your website to have cover photos that show for people to click on to see what the post is. Let me show you my website for an example. This is my blog post, and you can see that there are different cover photos for each of the videos or blog posts. By clicking on these, then someone can go and view the post. This is a different way that you can go about showing the different posts that people have, or there will be an option to have the title, a brief description, and a button under each of these. So whatever format works for your business, that's what you can go with. You can create different categories that you can organize all of your posts, and it would be available on the main blog post page so that people can jump to different categories of their interest. You can also organize them with tags. This is very important to identify different and related posts by having the same tag. Under the SEO, like any other page, you need to make sure is optimized and has a focus keyword under the basics section and your title tag and meta description filled out. As soon as you start writing your blog post, most of this information will auto-populate, but I do suggest going in and editing it to make sure that it is as engageable and accurate to your focus keyword. Once you're ready, you can click publish if you want that blog post to go out immediately. But under the three dots, you will have the option to schedule the post. This is a great way for you to have a bulk schedule months out in advance so that you don't have to remember to go through and post every week. So if you do have time to write posts, try to do maybe 4 at a time, and that will take care of the whole month if you have the weekly schedule, or a whole quarter if you're working with the monthly schedule. And you can choose the exact time. I do suggest making it a consistent time of when your blog posts are coming out each week. Lastly, I want to share with you the email marketing. So if you are collecting subscribers and you want to stay in touch with your customers, this is a great way to do so. Again, just like the blog posts, you want to have a consistent schedule and the same time each week so people start expecting your emails. So if you do have subscribers, giving them that information up front, making sure they know what to expect from your emails, and using this as a way to gauge how interested your audience is and what they want. So first you have the option to choose from one of the templates or start from scratch. We're going to use this template for the example. Again, just like everything else in Wix, we can customize this with all of the options on the left with text, image, even videos and subscribe options, links and columns. You can do anything that you'd like, even update the theme, again to match your brand so that each of the emails you send out look consistent and updated just like you would like. You can change the background if you want to get fun and have some different way to capture the attention of your email list. This is a great way to do that. Each time you can just click on the text and your format options will come up, as well as the design if you'd like to change the size, the padding, or the colors. You can also see the lines that can be chosen from different formats. Edit the image, add a link to the image if you would like, and this information will be shown at the bottom. You can just turn the toggle off if you would like that information hidden, and update any of the design features. Any email that does go out will have the option to unsubscribe within the footer just under this email, but you can preview and test if you'd like to see what the email would look like yourself. This will give you a quick preview, but up in the right, you can see send test email. By doing that, you can send it to whoever you like, yourself, and change the subject letter and change the subject line, the sender's name, and then the reply to. So these are all great ways for you to just see how it would work and see how your users would be interacting with it when they receive it. Once you're ready and you have it all formatted, you can go to the next button. And this is where you can choose who is going to receive this email. You can choose all subscribers, specific segments, labels, however you organize your contacts. Once you do that, you will notice how many are you allowed to send within your Wix premium plan. There is a limit, I think it's about 5,000 per month. So you may need to be upgrading your plan in case you want to send more emails. Click Next. There also is an option to schedule these out. Again, you would need a certain level of Wix premium plan to be able to do that, but email marketing is a great way to engage and continue to engage your existing audience. If you have a business that may require a check-in or a maintenance of any kind, scheduling that to your audience doesn't need to remember that. You're reminding them. It'll be much easier for them to book the appointment and easier for you to get more customers. So I have a great announcement for everyone. I am working on a Wix editing website. I am working on a Wix website editing library that will allow you to learn all of the things I reviewed with you today, but in greater detail. So you can jump around, how do I do this? How do I do this? At the moment you're editing your own website, you can have this library to access to answer all the questions so that you can edit with ease. So I am currently in the development process of this course, and you will be able to access it in the next couple of months. I will obviously announce that at one of our upcoming Google Empower Hours, as well as in the community and all of the different channels I'm on. But I'm very excited to help all those that have a Wix website, ones that I've created or they've created themselves, because these editing tips will help you do so much more and create more engagement on your site for your customers to call you. Thank you so much for showing up for this Google Empower Hour. I hope you enjoyed all of the tips, and if you have questions, remember to reach out or visit my website to learn more about me, KaeRae Marketing.com or KaeRae Education.com.